Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jersey Zone. Today I have an extremely exciting unboxing, but also kind of a nerve-wracking one, because in here I should have two of probably the rarest, or at least some of the rarest sweaters that you can possibly get in terms of NHL sweaters. But the reason I say that I should have it is because there is kind of a possibility I got scammed. Now, I don't think I did, considering that I actually have a package here, but I guess it's still possible. They still could have put something else in here instead of the sweaters that I actually got, and I'll kind of go into my reasoning on why, that's more of a possibility than it usually is. But of course, I am only going to unbox one of the sweaters in this video. I'll do a part 2, and I'll show you guys the next sweater. Before I do that, though, if you're new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to subscribe. Okay, let's open this up. Let's see if I got scammed or not. All right, so there is a little bit of a tab here, so I'm just going to rip that open. And then... all right, the moment of truth. All right, yeah, there's some sweaters in there. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes. Okay, well, I don't love how he put them in because he just shoved them right in there. So the logos were all folded, but this one here at least seems to be fine. I'll kind of investigate the other one later on. Oh man, I am so happy I have this thing. Just looking at this logo. Oh my god. Oh, this is great. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I got. 3, 2, 1, and here it is. It is the Hamilton Tiger sweater with the meth tiger on the front. Yes! This is so awesome. Look at how stupid that logo is. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I have this thing. This is probably one of the stupidest logos ever created in the NHL. And the reason that I'm wearing my Boston jersey here is because, of course, you have the meth bear, and then you have the meth tiger. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have worn this jersey because it blends in a little bit too much, but whatever. I've already committed at this point. Oh, yes. This thing is so dumb. It's so dumb. I love it. Oh, yes. I'm so happy. For those who aren't familiar with the Hamilton Tigers, they were a team in the NHL from 1920 until 1925. They only wore this sweater for one season. It was only their first season, the 1920 to 1921 season. So it's actually kind of interesting that down here at the bottom, CCM decided to go with circa 1922 because they weren't wearing these at that time. They were actually wearing a uniform that had the full tiger on the front, which is also a very interesting one. They didn't do any throwback sweaters to those. This one here, at least as far as I know, is the only time that they've done a throwback to the Hamilton Tigers. I don't think the NHL has done a throwback to them any other time. It's possible that I just don't know, but yeah, this one here, it's awesome. It is really just such a stupid sweater. You kind of have like the referee striping of it just going straight down there, so that is very interesting. But yeah, this is what the sweater looks like. It is not a very good looking one, but I am so happy to have this thing in my collection. Of course, it is part of that first generation heritage sweaters that I've been after, and this, in my opinion, is either the rarest or the second rarest. And like I mentioned, the other one is either number 1 or number 2. I'm not really quite too sure which one people would say is more rare. In my opinion, I probably would say this one at least is more desirable than the other one. The other one, I don't know if people really know as much about it, or at least are as aware of it. I know a lot of people are kind of aware of this one just because of how dumb it actually looks. But yeah, I am really happy to get this one here. Now, it's not in the best condition, I will say that. I knew that buying it, like I knew going into it, it was not in fantastic condition. There is like some small holes. I think there's one. No, that's just some fluff. Yeah, there's one like right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can kind of see it on camera. So yeah, it's not in fantastic condition. It's quite dirty. I'm definitely going to need to wash it, that is for sure. The logo is in okay condition. It's not too bad. I've seen worse, honestly. Now, because of the condition, I actually didn't spend as much as I initially thought that I would have to trying to get this sweater. I spent half of what I thought I was going to. The fact that I got it for as cheap as I did, I'm quite happy with it because yeah, even though it's not in the best condition, it's still not bad. It's still decent. So yeah, I was quite happy with it. Now, why did I think that I was going to get scammed? So I did something that is not really smart. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but I just really wanted both of these sweaters, so I took a huge gamble. And what I mean by that is I found these sweaters on Facebook Marketplace. Well, I guess I didn't find them. Someone sent them to me on the Hockey Jersey Discord, which, by the way, Daniel, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it because, yeah, I wouldn't have found these if not for him. The seller, though, was on the other side of Canada. He was in Ontario. I'm in Alberta, so obviously it's not like I could go pick it up. I did have to pay him, but he wasn't wasn't accepting PayPal. He was only doing e-transfer. Now, for those in the States, I don't think you guys have e-transfer. I'm pretty sure it's similar to like Cash App. Basically, once I send the money, it's sent. I cannot get a refund. There's no possibility for a refund. So once I send the money, it is gone. And I never, ever do that because it's just not a great idea. It's very, very easy to get scammed if you just send someone money on e-transfer. So 99% of the time, what I do is I only do PayPal goods and services. That's basically the only way that I pay for my jerseys if I'm doing it through Facebook Marketplace or, other places like that. In this case, though, since I wanted the sweaters just so badly, I did take the gamble. Now, it's not like I just sent the money right away. I did some kind of background checks on him a little bit, to be honest, and this is what I recommend. Well, I don't recommend ever sending money on e-transfer if, you're not picking it up in person or if you don't know the person that you're buying from. But if you are going to do it, this is what I did. So basically, first off, I checked the person's Facebook page, made sure that, it was at least going back a couple of years. It looks like they were posting like a regular person does and not like a bot does. So I kind of researched their Facebook account. I saw that they did already have some ratings as well on Facebook Marketplace. I think they were rated 5 stars. So I was like, okay, they have, kind of a history on Facebook. They have some history with selling on Facebook Marketplace as well. And then I also checked their LinkedIn because I wanted to make sure that, this is an actual person. I was seeing, if they have like somewhat of a reputable job, and that is what someone recommended also in the Hockey Jersey Discord. And that was Derek that recommended me doing that. So thank you to Derek for that idea as well. So yeah, I basically looked at their Facebook page, made sure that it looked like they were a real person. I also went to their LinkedIn page and looked on that as well. On top of that, I also asked the guy for videos of the quality of these sweaters as well to make sure that, he wasn't just taking some random pictures. He actually had video of it as well. So he did that. With all of that, I was like, okay, I feel somewhat comfortable sending this money. I wasn't fully comfortable up until me opening the package right there. That was the time of relief because the entire time that once I sent the money to me actually getting these sweaters, I was kind of a little nervous, to be completely honest with you guys, because even if he did have the sweaters, he could have just not sent them to me and there's nothing I could have done. I would have just been screwed out of my money. So yeah, I was definitely counting down the days until the package arrived at my doorstep. Another thing that made me a little bit more comfortable with sending him the money is he was fairly responsive and, he was willing to do in-depth stuff like research, the cheapest shipping option for me to go over, with Purolator or with UPS or with Canada Post. So, that made me a little bit more comfortable as well. Once he had sent out the package, he immediately, gave me the tracking number. And then also, once the package arrived, he basically almost immediately sent me a message asking if I got it. So, it made me a little bit more comfortable in that aspect that I did actually, know I was getting what I paid for. But yeah, I don't recommend you send money to someone with e-transfer because yeah, there's a lot of times where you're just going to get scammed out of your money. I got very lucky, to be honest. And like I said, I did do that research. I did do those background checks. But even with that, it was still very, very easy for him to have just taken my money and there's nothing I would have been able to do. So yeah, don't really recommend it, but I did have to take a gamble. I said screw it on this one because I wanted both of these sweaters so bad, and especially this one here because this one is just so goofy. It's really, really dumb, and I absolutely love this thing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So yeah, I definitely will need to clean this one up because it is not in... there's a lot of hairs and fluff on it for sure. Definitely needs a good cleanup, but I am pumped to have this thing in my collection. It's so goofy. It's so stupid. It's amazing. I just love them so much. With that sweater though, that is my 9th out of 18 in the first gen heritage sweater collection. So I'm halfway done. It's kind of cool to have that as my halfway point. I'm really happy about that, but that is going to do it for part 1 of this unboxing. Of course, I do have another one of the first generation heritage sweaters in the second part of this unboxing. So I'll do that in a couple of days. This one I'm really excited about as well. That is going to do it for me though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss part 2, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.